Hi, Diamante. How you doing? I've got your work up here, and I just want to talk a little bit about where we're at and where we need to be. Okay, one of the requirements of the assignment, as you can see, if I jump over here to week 4, assignment 2, let's go ahead and jump over there and take a look at the project requirements, or the assignment requirements anyway. Continue to develop the trade show booth design in Adobe Illustrator. Label and describe as appropriate, including a materials list. This is the final stage of the booth design, so make it a professional comp. Now, what you've done is what you're assuming here is that this written part of what you've included here is not part of your presentation. Okay, this might all be relevant material, but it's not part of your presentation. You need to show that to your viewer. Okay, don't describe it to the class. Show it to the viewer. Presumably, this is a project that is ready for the trade show. So, in order to provide sustainability for your client, you need to show that sustainability and prove that sustainability. And what this assignment is asking you to do is to label your trade show booth, okay? Saying, okay, point to this, tell me what the materials are, tell me why it's sustainable, tell me why it's the best choice for this project. Same thing with that little jar, with these posters, what are they printed on? What type of ink are they printed? What sort of printing process are they using? Why is that the most sustainable choice, and why is that the best choice for this project? So you have to label each one of these components of your trade show booth. Right now, I'm not seeing a trade show booth per se. I'm seeing a table with 2 posters on it. I would recommend trying to design this more as a trade show booth. This piece right here, and I think that we're starting to really stray from a real solid approach to branding. Now, how do we approach branding? Typically, we design a logo. Once we design that logo, we use the colors and the visual cues from that logo to design the rest of the campaign. I don't see a logo here. I see a lot of different attempts at trying to establish some branding, but not one real solid, consistent approach. Let me give you an example. So for your deforestation, you're saying treasure. Okay, what is treasure? What does it have to do with deforestation? And describe that. Okay, I walk up to your trade show booth and I see treasure and I go, okay, I'm not real sure what this is regarding. So since it's not clear, I might just move on. And that's how visual communications work. Last thing you want to do is lose your viewer. The first way you're going to lose your viewer is by not being completely clear as to what information you're trying to present, okay? My recommendation is to design a logo. I would design a logo using type and color, and then use the color and the type to, okay, let's say it's called Save the Trees, okay? So there's your Save the Trees logo. That would go on your collateral information, Save the Trees logo. On the backside of your collateral, Save the Trees logo. On your giveaway piece, Save the Trees logo. On your pencil, Save the Trees logo. Okay, on your booth, Save the Trees logo. All right, and that will visually tie it together. Now you've got Treasure. Is that the name of the campaign? Is it Treasure? So instead of what I just described, we use Treasure, the Treasure logo. Okay, I think this is really a difficult word to say, and I think it's really confusing. Almost looks like a typographic error. I'm sorry, a spelling error. So yeah, I would reconsider the use of Treasure. The other thing is here's you're using a recycling logo, and this isn't recycling. This is for deforestation, all right? So again, you're sending mixed signals, mixed cues, all right? Saying recycle me is fine. That's fine, but I wouldn't use the recycle logo, because then immediately this is not going to be seen at first glance as a deforestation project. It's going to be seen as a recycling project. And those, as we have learned, are 2 very, very different topics. Over here you have Save the Trees, Spread the Seeds. Okay, that we've not seen that anywhere before. And that's not used anywhere. So you're introducing something new with the pencil that is not used on the other pieces. Remember, cohesive and consistency is the name of the game here, all right? So my recommendation moving forward is this. Oh, I want to also mention it doesn't make any sense whatsoever to use a pencil as a giveaway for your deforestation. Pencils are made from wood. Wood is it's not a non-renewable, but it's a very slowly growing renewable resource. So I think if you're saying, how can we save the trees, and you're giving a pencil away as your giveaway, that shows to inconsistent conceptual planning. Okay, I would not recommend giving a pencil away in a deforestation project. Moving forward from here, let's get everything labeled. What are you using? And again, don't consider your written rationale to be part of your presentation. It's not. Make your presentation a standalone piece. It's able to communicate on its own. Right now it's not, because there's just no background information to the project. So I want to show you Fresha's project just to give you an idea, and you can take a look at hers. It's in with our submissions. But anyways, here's a nice introduction. There's her logo. That's her branding centerpiece right there. And as you can see, everything, colors, everything is revolving around that branding centerpiece. Typography, color choices, layout, everything. Okay, so that's how she's built her brand around the logo. I'd also like you to notice the amount of detail in her materials. The banner, the wood palette backdrop, the TV. Then in the house plants, the corrugated cardboard, the wood crate, the floor. And over here, she's talking about ink, the inks she's using. Okay, so really, really super important stuff. All of this stuff is described. Okay, here's a materials list for materials list for the giveaway materials and the collateral piece. Okay, so really just try to get a good grip on how this is presented, and the level of development and the level of completion this piece is, and then take a look at yours and see if we can't maybe try to get to the same level of completion. Okay. And again, it's just a matter. I mean, the design looks good. I'm not asking you to redesign anything here. I think these are excellent. They're designed beautifully. I just think that we really need to tie some branding in here and get things labeled and really start paying attention to the project specs in terms of proving your sustainability, and definitely rethink that giveaway item. All right. Thanks very much. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Thank you very much.